Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm so happy to see you. I just got back from a weekend in New York City with one of the groups that I belong to. And I know we talk about groups a lot in here. And I love groups. I love getting together with my groups. I love running groups online. And then also coming together with my colleagues, my friends, my people in my life and actually meeting them in person because we do a lot of business online and just actually meeting the people in person and sitting down and having dinner with people or doing something super fun. So I wanted to talk about how to transition from having an online group program or mastermind and how to build in a live event so that you can actually meet the people that you're with. So I'm going to share with you a couple of strategies that I did that has kind of turned into being able to pull that off for very little money. And I think a lot of time people think that, if I'm doing a live event, I have to spend a lot of money. And actually, you don't. You can, there's lots of ways to get together with people that doesn't cost that much. So, welcome, Brian and Kirk. Nice to see you here. Talking about taking your online program and having a live event as part of what you offer your people, your clients. So, way back in January, I launched my mastermind group, and some of you know that I've enrolled over, I don't know, 70 people have come through the group, and some of them have upgraded into another mastermind group that I have. And one of the things that I've offered is a couple of live events. And so after I had enrolled about 20 or 25 people, I asked the group, would you like to get together and come to New London, Connecticut, where I live? And people live all over the country and the world. And actually, it was one of the people in the group who said, we want to meet you in person, Susan. And I said, well, I want to meet you too. So we ended up picking a date in June, and 11 people came from all over the country. I live in Connecticut, like I said, and I had people come from California, from Atlanta, from Canada, from all ends of the earth, from Seattle. And we had an amazing weekend. I'm fortunate that I have a home that is conducive to inviting people into it, which is kind of nice. I live on the Long Island Sound. There's a beach, there's water, there's kind of stuff to do here in the summer. I have a dining room that's big enough. I've had 24 people for Thanksgiving, so I knew that we could sit comfortably at my dining room table. And so the first live event that I had was in June, and basically I charged people to come to it so that I didn't have to, go be spending a whole lot. I did give people who were VIPs with me, who were already coaching with me individually, I gave them kind of a seat saver thing. But those people had to be paying, quite a bit of money in order for me to bring them in, without them spending money. But the other people paid an average of $1,000 a piece to come to the meeting, which covered my expenses. And I was able to do some really fun things like take them on a ship. It was like a pirate ship on the Long Island Sound on a tour for 2 hours. It was a beautiful day in June. We also, I also hired somebody to do a healing circle for me. And we went to her house and sat around on a really cool sheepskin and got under a drum and did some release work, which was super, super fun. And really was in line with what we were doing was just mindset work as well. And it helped me cover the food payments and everything else. And at that first live event, I didn't make an offer, so I wasn't really looking to make money off the event at all. The second event that I did, well, basically at the end of that event, people asked me, hey, Susan, like, are you doing this again? When can we come back? We had such a great time at your house. And I was like, well, when do you want to come back? And they're like, 6 months. And I'm saying, well, I guess that's October. So just about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, I had 17 people. So it almost doubled in terms of the people that came. I was able to put up 3 people at my own home. I have some extra bedrooms, and other people, I had one person who was local, and she put up about 5 people at her house. And about 4 of the women got a B&B, and a couple of them got hotels, all really, really close to my home, like probably within a couple of miles. Expanded it from 2 days to 3 days. I did not charge a lot for this one for people to come. Obviously, VIPs paid a $99 seat saver, and I gave them back a $100 bill when they came in. And the others paid, if they were just in my mastermind group, just kind of a simple group that they're in, which is not a high price point, they paid about $600. And I also offered them a payment plan and gave them plenty of time to pay to come. Didn't really, wasn't looking to make money on that, was just looking to cover expenses. And what I think I brought in maybe $2,500 from those types of fees, but I was able to pay for all the food. We brought in food 2 nights for dinner. I hired a DJ. We did some karaoke and some singing one night. It was super fun. Covered him. Covered all the things I gave. Everybody got certain things at their like notebooks and things like that, and new pens and name badges and just stuff, little things that you might not think add up, but they do. But so those payments really covered that. But I was able to make an offer at that event to a high-end mastermind, and 6 people upgraded or became members of another mastermind group that I have called the High Profit Inner Circle. And that when I walked away from that event, and I look at projected earnings, because some people are on a payment plan, that one day at my house with the 17 people, where 12 people were actually eligible to upgrade because some of them were already in the program, I brought in over $50,000 to my business just by having a live event at my house. The power of being in person, of doing hot seat coaching in person, of having people connect for 2.5 or 3 days in a location where you're the leader. I even brought in a friend of mine who does Unleashing Money Blocks. That's Kimberly Adams, and she did a whole presentation in the morning. I also made it kind of like an arrangement with her, so it was worth it for her to come also. I was able to put her up in my house so she didn't have an expense for a hotel. But just doing a couple of those things, I was able to really up level my groups. And that's something you can't really do in an hour on a webinar, and you can't really do it during a group coaching program, because people are only with you for an hour or 90 minutes at a time. And they're probably loving it, but them thinking of investing more money is going to be a stretch for them. But when people are together in a live event, in a location that's not where they live, where you're taking care of them and you're pampering them and you're giving them a lot of value and helping them with whatever type of coaching that you do, people do get excited, they see the possibilities, and they will reinvest in themselves. So I totally urge you, if you have a group coaching program, to create a live event at least once a year for your group where they can come together. And believe me, if they come to the group online, if people are actually showing up to your Zoom calls or your Instant Tell seminar calls or your free conferencing calls, and they are faithful coming to those, they want to meet you, and they will come to wherever you live. I really was shocked that people wanted to come to my little tiny town in New London, Connecticut, population 25,000, which isn't a hub, which they had to fly into Hartford, Connecticut. They had to rent cars. They had to drive. They had to spend some money, right, to get to my house. And that completely surprised me. And on top of that, surprised me again when they were willing to reinvest because they trusted my coaching. They trusted getting to know me. They wanted to be in this community with each other. And the other thing that you can do is, if you don't have a home, is you can negotiate with a hotel and get a conference room for a couple of days. And actually, you don't have to feed people. That can be on their own. So that can actually reduce your expenses. You can do one fun activity with them, and you can charge them a little bit of money to come to your event and use the seed money to pay for that, experience. Some of the things I've done at live masterminds that I've gone to is laser tag. Laser tag is a super fun thing to do with adults. You wouldn't be, I never thought I would like it, but I've actually done it 3 times and I think it was great. We did a high ropes course once with the mastermind that I belong to. Super challenging, super fun. They have them all over the country. The one I did was in San Diego. So if you're watching and you live in San Diego, that there's at the University of California, San Diego, there's a ropes course. I don't know how much it costs. I was just a participant to do that. Super exciting though, really challenging. Once you do that, you're not afraid of anything. You will call every single cold person on your list. Having that experience is like crazy awesome. Going on a boat ride if you live near the water, taking people out to dinner, taking people dancing, taking people on a tour of your city if it's a cool city where you live. And if you don't want to do it where you live, then if you see that there's another event that a lot of the people in your tribe are going to, tack it on to the beginning or the end of it and ask people if they'd like to stay an extra couple of days to come to your event. And there's always something going on in LA or San Diego, so those are really great spots to do it. Also, any hubs like if you were going to do something in Dallas, you could Dallas Fort Worth, right at the airport. Dallas is a hub, Denver's a hub. Boston might be a hub for some people if you're doing something on the East Coast. Orlando is fairly inexpensive in the summer, and there's some great deals that you can have. And I totally recommend you guys doing that. And I'd love to take some questions about live events, masterminds, expanding those so that you can really offer what you're wanting. And I'm noticing that Brian's here, Kirk. Hey, Shane. Hi, Yashima. Nice to see you as well. Love to take your questions on how to take that online program and get people together live and actually make an offer to upgrade them. And hi, Susanna. Nice to see you here as well. This is a surprise. Facebook Live. I was away for the weekend in New York City with a group of women of a group that I belong to, and it was all about leadership, women in leadership, and we had two amazing talks. We did a scavenger hunt in New York City, which was so much fun. We also did a fashion thing on Fifth Avenue. We went to a store and had Prosecco, and I got to model some clothes, and it was really, really fun. What if you haven't got an online offering? Hey, Kevin. If you haven't got an online offering, you should start there. You should create a group coaching program or a mastermind and start filling it. That's one of the things that this group is all about. This group is about leveraging your time, bringing people into a group. You want to pick your target market. You want to invite people in and call it a pilot. You want to not waste money on sales pages and bling. You just want to get people together and have them come to a call, and you can do it all through email, through social media invitations. I recommend if you're starting a group not to create these big posts and say, join my group and it costs this much money. People won't react to that. You really want to contact people one by one and have phone conversations with them and invite them to your program. You can also use this if you're doing intro sessions or free sessions as a downsell. You're offering them a one-on-one VIP coaching with you. They can't afford it, have money issues, whatever. Hey, well, I have another program, and it's a group program, and the group is $199 times 12 or a full pay of $1997. Most people who want to get some help with their issue, whether it's business, health coaching, parenting, or relationships, whatever your niche is, will be able to find $200 or $100 a month to belong to your group. So start there. Once you've got 15 to 20 people, announce that you're going to have a live event and push it 3 to 6 months out and start talking it up and creating it and finding a place to host it. You would be surprised. Again, I'm going to say this to you, how many people would be so happy to get on a plane and hang out with like-minded people and have a lot of fun with them and also have the learning. So, Kevin, I hope I answered your question. Love to hear some more questions from anybody else who's watching about how to up level from that online program to your live event. I'll take a drink of water. I did this all by myself. I didn't really have any help. I mean, I had my husband who helped me in the background, and that was fantastic. But it does not take a lot for you to pull this off. And again, I didn't spend any money on sales pages and big promos and Facebook ads. I really did this by inviting the people that I know and making offers that they couldn't say no to. I helped people who really, really wanted to come, even if it was a hardship for them. I helped them figure out how to do it. And I think that if you can be that kind of a business owner where you actually care about each person individually and really want the best for them and let them know that this is going to be transformative for them, they will come. Whether you're inviting them into your online program or you're inviting them to a live event that you've created. So, who else has a question? I'm love to answer your questions here. Happy to be with you today. So nice to see all your faces on Monday morning. I know that last week was a rough week for a lot of people. There's been a lot of up and downs, a lot, of course, in the media. There's a lot of distraction with the news and everything that's happening in the United States. But the one thing that I know is that's the way it is. You know, that's the way it's going to be. Nothing that we can do about changing outcomes of situations, but we can get to work. And if you are somebody who cares about people, if you're somebody that believes in your own mission, you want to continue that mission. You want to continue offering your coaching program, anything that you have to offer and helping people. You want to stay connected to them and not go, hiding on CNN or some other news channel and trying to figure out how you're going to change the world. You can change the world here. You can change the world from being the best helper, the best coach, consultant, therapist, or healer, whoever you are. You can create that kind of connection with people. And again, if you're really, really busy, you can start online. If you're not really, really busy and you have a presence in your community, you can start a live group right away. You can do this on Meetup. You can start on Meetup and then you can take it online. You can start online and then take it to Meetup. You can do a lot of things to create your group, your tribe, the people that you're going to be with. And again, having a 2 to 3 day live event, which may sound really daunting and, oh my gosh, what am I going to do to fill the time? That is the least of your worries. If you can get together enough people that want to spend time with you, they pretty much don't care what you're going to do together. They just want to be together. And you can find all kinds of experiential things to do with people to help them get clearer. You can do like a 5-part plan with them during the 3 days. You can start with getting them super clear about their path and what they want to accomplish. Then you can help them create a strategy around it. Then you can help them clear all the distractions in their life so that they can implement it. You can help them with their mindset. You can help them do all of those things and leave your event so much, what's the word? So much more together, so much more transformed, so much more ready to implement all the things that they would love to change in their lives. So that's all I have for you today. I may hop back on Wednesday. I've got a lot to share with you this week. Since I'm on fire, my business is on fire. I'm super excited. Just a PS, I had launched my laser coaching program last week, and I was a little concerned because it was super quiet, obviously, online. But it was successful. I signed up a lot of new people into my laser coaching program and already have their appointments on my calendar this week. I'm already thinking about the next thing that I'm going to be offering, which I'll share with you when I've solidified those plans. But I'm always looking to the future. I'm always looking to how I can create more help for you so that you can get the results that you want for your business to move forward, so that you can help a lot of people and be super successful in your business. And I'll see you probably on Wednesday.